To inspire, to uplift, different people share their gifts. A safe space and open door on a journey to explore human beings.
Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday, and welcome to A Human Being. My name is Dwayne Jr. I am your host, along with my beautiful, talented, amazing co-host, Ana Henderson.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome, everybody, to the show. Listen, we have a great show in store for you tonight. We have a special guest that's going to be joining us. We have so much to talk about and to unpack today for our show. We are talking about love, lies, and situationships, dating in 2026. Okay, I am in the beautiful Palm Springs. I know my background looks a little different. You know, if you don't know where Palm Springs is, most people, when I tell them that I am in Palm Springs or anything like that, they think that, oh, you're in Palm Springs, Florida. I'm like, that place doesn't exist. That is West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm not in West Palm Beach. I am in Palm Beach, California, about 2.5 hours or so from San Diego. If you don't know, we are in preparation. We are in serious preparation for the Boost Conference, and I'm so excited to be a part of the Boost Conference. Shout out to the team that's here, Tia and Connor. We got here this morning. We are working hard to get ready for the show that's going to happen this year at the Boost Conference from May 28th through the 1st. And I'm so happy, and I love the Boost Conference because I have been coming here for some time, about 4 years. I think this is my 4th Boost Conference. And I say, you know, honestly, I've been coming here and I've been doing stuff. I've done my Meet the Office here. I've done my podcast. I presented several times here. And I think what I'm so grateful for is this, now having this opportunity to be on the other side, to be a part of the leadership team, to be an independent contractor, to do the work, to continue to push what, you know, Tia has started 18 years ago. This is our 18th year. So I am so thrilled and so excited to be here in Palm Springs, California, as we prepare for the conference that is coming up April 28th through May 1st. I'm so excited about that. So I'm here and I'm staying in my beautiful hotel, and it's just been a great day. We got here this morning like around 10 o'clock. So it's been a great day. And so it's like now we've worked all day, and it's like I'm looking forward to after the show. I'll be going to dinner because, you know, after the show, it's the after party.
I want to know what you ate, but I'm so excited for you. You be traveling, and I love that you give me so much inspiration, honey. I need to get like that.
Right. I have to give a special shout out to my sister Patrice, who is watching. Our sister Patrice, she said, "Hey family, I'm here with Sarah. My girl Sarah is here joining us. I know Sarah is going to have some stuff to add to this conversation tonight. We're talking about love, lies, and situationships, dating in 2026. So before we get into that, Ana, I want to check in on you. How are you doing? How was your spring break and all of those wonderful things?
Lord, I am doing well. I am grateful to be here. I love our Monday nights. But my spring break was amazing. I honestly was just grateful off of work to be able to spend some time with my kids, quality time, me time, honestly, just being able to sleep in Jesus. It felt amazing to just be able to sleep in. But, you know, we had fun. Easter was Sunday. So, you know, Penn's Landing, we love to go down Penn's Landing. I think I shared that with y'all before. So, you know, just trying to just keep busy. I worked on some stuff. I was on set a couple times, but my spring break was well needed, Jesus. It was well needed. I'm sorry that it's over so fast, but, you know, back to reality.
I love that. I love it. I love it. I want to say thank you to all of you who are joining us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. We both apologize in advance if there's any technical difficulties tonight. I am on hotel Wi-Fi. I don't know what that's going to be like, but I hope it's great for the show tonight because I don't want anything to be missed. So Ana, I pretty much gave my catch up for this time. Like I've been working. I am in full operation of Boost.
Yes. That's It's okay.
That's it. But
all right.
I know. So because this is the thing, I am ready to jump into tonight's show. And for you all that are watching tonight, this show honestly was formed as we were planning and getting ready for what season 3 was going to look like. This show was 100% based on this email that I received. And I am going to read this email. Again, thank you all so much for watching and joining A Human Being tonight. Excuse me. And so we're talking about love, lies, and situationships, dating in 2026. And I received this email. I'm not going to state the name of the person who sent it to me. They are okay with me reading this email. And I love the way that they signed it, but they actually put their name, but this is how they signed it. So sit back and enjoy this ride for us tonight. And as I said, we do have a special guest who is going to be joining us to talk about dating and things like that. But we 100% want you all to be involved in the conversation tonight by adding things in the chat, because we're going to play some games. We're going to do some red flag, green flags. Would you date? Like, we have a whole bunch of games and a whole bunch of conversation happening tonight. So share the live. Let people know that we are live. Let them know that we are talking about love, lies, and situationships and dating in 2026. All right, so here we go. I want to start by reading this email. Now, this email says, "Hi, Dwayne. I've been going back and forth about writing this because honestly, I'm a little embarrassed to even admit I've let things go this far. But I need clarity and maybe a little courage.
Okay.
I've been dating this man for almost 8 months now. And I put dating in quotes because if I'm being real, I don't actually know what we are. When we're together, it feels like I am in a full relationship. He calls me every day. He checks on me. He spends the night, takes me out, and even talks about relationships. And talks about future plans, trips, events, things months down the line. He tells me I'm different, that I bring him peace, and that he never felt this kind of connection before. But here's where it gets confusing. He never actually called me his girlfriend. Every time I try to have the conversation, he says things like, "Why rush labels?" or "Let's just keep building what we have." Meanwhile, I notice he's still active on social media like he's single, liking other women's pictures, following new women, and being just a little too friendly in comments. When I bring it up, he flips it and says I'm overthinking and I'm being insecure. The truth is, I don't feel secure. I feel like I'm giving girlfriend energy to someone who still wants single freedom. I've met some of his friends, but never his family. He'll go days being super consistent, then suddenly pull back just enough to remind me I don't really have a place in his life. And yet, when I try to pull away, he pulls me right back in. Sweet text, deep conversation, just enough affection to make me question if I'm the problem. I keep asking myself, am I building something real or am I just convenient? I don't want to pressure him into something he's not ready for, but I also don't want to keep shrinking my needs just to keep him around. I've started to feel like I'm stuck in this in-between space, not single, not taking, just existing in confusion. Is this what dating is now? Because if this is love, it feels a lot like lies. And I'm starting to realize I might be in a situationship I never agreed to. Please help me make sense of this. Sincerely, confused, but waking up. Okay. This is a real email that I received, and you all know that I have a coaching business, and I do like my coaching and things like that. And this was a real email that I received, and from this email that I received, this is how I formed this show. So I want to give you some insight, and I know that she's watching. I'm not going to say on what platform. I know she's watching, and I told her I would give her live feedback on the air. But first, Ana, I want to hear what you have to say. And I also want to hear what our viewers have to say in the comments. So please make sure that if you are watching this and you heard the email, you hear the story, please feel free to add some, contribute to this conversation. Ana, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yes. Wow. That was a lot of different points, red flags, things that you love, things that definitely I can see why, you're being led on or thinking that you're in one, but then not. That is a lot. I wouldn't even know what to do in that type of situation because I'm too emotional. Like, I don't like for my feelings to be played with. I want to know, what are we doing? What's happening? What is this? And I can definitely understand how in life things just happen, right? Like, why so serious? You know, you're just talking in the beginning, but eventually, you know, repetition creates feelings. Like, this is something that you look forward to every day. Like, that's building something without intentionally building something, you know, the way I'm at it. So I just feel like, you know, you need to do what's best for you. And if you feel like this is not what you want in a relationship or situationship or whatever you think is building to that, then I would think that you need to do what's best for you, because, you know, we're only getting older. We can have fun, you know, but at the end of the day, it's like, what are we really doing? Like, what is this end result? Because I could be doing this or building this time with Mr. Right, you know? But why, when you're, I don't know if you're in this an entanglement. I don't know. But that's a little bit of my thoughts on the letter. My prayer is definitely out to you, girl. Because
well, thank you so much for your input and your thought on that. So this is what I want to say. I want to first off say thank you so much for writing in, because what you described, that's not just your story. There's a lot of people, like, that's their reality in the moment right now. I just want to respond to this individual who sent this email, right? I don't want to talk to her, like, but I don't want to just say it to her, but I want to talk to the whole audience about this as well, because I want to, you know, really just say, let's really call this what it is, right? She's basically in a relationship without the titles. So I want to ask everybody, if you're listening, like, have you ever been with someone who acts like your partner but refuses to be your partner? And at what point do you stop mattering if the commitment never shows up? Like, at what point do you just say, you know what, forget it. I don't want to be a part of this if they can't show the commitment or whatever the case may be. Because here's the thing. This man is not confused, right? What he is consistent. Inconsistent. Like, he's consistent in what he's doing, right? He calls you, he sees you, he invests just enough, but he avoids, like, the definition. That's not confusion, that's intention. Mm-hmm. And let me just be clear, because I don't want anybody to, like, really miss this. Like, he's giving you access to him, but not offering you a place in his life. And there's a difference, because if you had a real place, you wouldn't be questioning it. And you wouldn't feel like you're overthinking. You wouldn't feel insecure bringing up your needs. So I really want to just ask the audience this question as well. Like, why do we accept emotional breadcrumbs when we are capable of the full meal? And when did almost starting to feel like enough? Like, people are almost doing things, but when did we begin to accept that that's enough? Now, let's talk about the push and pull dynamic of this, right? Because in this email, that's what she talks. Every time she's pushing away, he gives a little bit more, because this is really key to the matter for me. Okay, so in this email, she said, he pulls away, he pulls it back, right? And that's not love. That's control of access. Like, that's pretty much like, that's not showing love. That's like having some type of control of the access that's happening. So he knows how to keep you close without locking in. And I need everybody to listen really clear to this. Consistency without commitment is like the new manipulation. That's basically what it is, because it feels safe, but it's not secure. So anytime that you have this consistency without the commitment, that is honestly just a form of manipulation. Now, here's what I'm going to say to challenge everybody that's listening, challenging the individual that sent this email, right? You said, I don't want to pressure him. But let me ask you this. Why is it okay for him to avoid clarity, but not okay for you to ask for it? And why are your needs negotiable, but his comfort is protected? Because right now you're shrinking yourself to fit into a situation that doesn't fully choose you. And I want to zoom out for a second and talk to everybody that's listening. Are you in something right now that you have to explain more than you can experience? Do your friends know what you are? And do you keep saying it's complicated? I even hate the fact that Facebook put like a little thing to talk about when you're in a relationship that is complicated, because because complicated is often right. It's just, because complicated is often just a softer word for undefined. There's no definition to what's happening. It's like we don't really know, or you don't really know, or one person within the conversation and the relationship don't really know what's happening. So this is what I'll say. Sis, you really have to ask yourself, am I building something real or am I just convenient? I'm going to be honest with you. If you have to ask this question after 8 months, you already really know the answer. Right? Real love doesn't live in confusion like this. And I'm not saying he's a bad man. I'm saying he's not being your man. And there's a difference. So here's what I want to leave you with. And everybody, if nothing changed, if this stayed exactly how it is, would you be fulfilled? Because if the answer is no, then the real question is like, what are we? Like, what are we doing? And it's really, what am I willing to walk away from to get what I truly deserve? So this right here, this is the reason that we're talking about love, lies, and situationships. And sometimes the hardest truth is you're not confused. You're just hoping it turns into something it hasn't shown you that it will be. That's the real truth. You're hoping for something to come out of this that hasn't formulated, that hasn't come out of this. You're just hoping that something is when you already have the answer and you already have the key to what this is. So sis, what I'm saying to you, you're in a situationship and you have to ask yourself if you're okay with that.
Kalaki.
That's basically what it is. I want to go into our comments. We have quite a few comments. We have some great people that are joining the conversation. So thank you all so much for joining. We thank you so much. I want to go to Patrice. And Patrice said, there are some narcissistic behavior and red flags. He does enough to keep you there. And when you start to doubt, he knows just what to say, tell you back in, to reel you back in. You may not have low self-esteem, but he has gotten to know you enough to know exactly how to keep you under his spell. Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Patrice. Marquita said, consistent enough to keep you stuck, pretty much. And then Anitra said, what you allow will be the standard. I think it really starts with clearly defining what your goal, what is your goal. Anything that doesn't align you need to be comfortable walking away. I made it clear when dating my husband that marriage was the goal for me dating. If his answer was I'm looking for a wife, I would not have invested if his answer was not that I'm looking for a wife, I would not have invested my time and energy. Time is precious. Yes, that is definitely for sure. We have Sarah that joined the conversation. Sarah said, gaslighting at its finest. Date other people and may the best man win. Where's that? You know we got a new feature on here. Hold on. Let me clap. Then you know that we have a new feature on here. That's right. Date other people. Anitra came back and said you need to be clear on your dating goals. What you allow will continue. I think it starts with a real conversation at the beginning. I made it known I was dating for marriage. If my current husband didn't have the same goal, I would have invested my time and emotional currency. I love that. Thank you so much, Anitra. Thank you all so much for sharing. Really, really do appreciate that. So, Ana, what are your thoughts? Like, I know that we talked about it a little bit, but what are your thoughts? Like, what do you have to? Is there anything else you want to add to contribute to this conversation before we move on?
I just hate that this is dating, or like I hate that just getting to know someone kind of turns into this where people feel confused or unsure of where things are going. Like, we all should be able to have clarity, get what you want out of, like, we don't have time to be playing. Like, I just hope that it works out in her favor and that, people just choose to be accountable, because if you don't want to be in a say that, because why are we doing relationship things? Like, that is going to do someone, and that dynamic for a guy to be able to do that versus it being just like an emotional tie for a woman. Like, we just don't hear too many instances of a man having that emotional tie in a situationship like that. I just think that it's like unfair, but
yeah,
life, honey, it's life. You're gonna live and you're gonna learn. And it's gonna make you know what you don't want. Or what you
Absolutely. We have another comment that came from Sylvia. Says, when you are just kicking it with the guy and you both have an understanding of it, and when he or she starts kicking it with someone else, it becomes a relationship to the other person because the feelings are there. Absolutely. Alicia said that she loves this conversation. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight on A Human Being. We are so grateful that you all are here. So, Ana, I want to shift it a little bit because we were talking about love, lies, and situationships, and basically dating in 2026. So I want to ask you a series of questions to ask you, and then you all can chime into this conversation. But it's a little game called "Would You Date Them?" All right. So the rules are: you have 3 seconds to answer. Like, I don't want you to take a long time to think about this. There's no it depends. 3 seconds. It's no it depends. I want your quick reaction, and then we'll have a brief conversation. We'll have a brief dialogue about it. Okay? Sounds good?
Wait, can I? So if you ask me these questions, I can get to ask you some of the rapid fire questions too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So here we go. They have a great job, consistent, emotional, available, but not very exciting. Would you date them or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And do you consider that to be safe or boring?
Safe.
Okay. All right. Here's the next question. They're fun, spontaneous, life of the party, but terrible at texting back. Would you date them?
No.
Okay. Expound on that a little bit. Why wouldn't you? Do you think that's like good? Do you think that's like good vibes, or could that be stressful?
I'm a texter. I want to talk. I want to talk to you. I want to know what you're doing. I want to know what's going on. Where you at? Are you thinking about me? When am I going to see you? What are we doing next weekend? Like, I need to talk to you. You being a life of the party, and there's nothing wrong with you being social and out there. If that's like your thing, maybe you make content. I don't know. But if I'm trying to reach you, we need to talk. Like, yeah, that's a thing. That's definitely a tiebreaker for me. No.
Okay. I understand. All right. So you had a question for me.
Yes. Let's see here. Would you date someone if they flirt with other people in front of you?
Hell
even
no.
if it's like
Hell no. No.
Okay. He didn't waste no.
What you cackling for? No. What you cackling for? What's funny? I want to hear the joke. Okay. No.
Okay. You explained that, so I'm not even going to need you to elaborate on anything.
I want to hear the funny. I want to hear the joke. Why your eyes batting that many times? Like something in your eye?
I love it. Okay. So what about this? Would you date them if they don't believe in celebrating birthdays or holidays?
No, definitely not. No. What's the point? I come from a big family. We celebrate everything. We celebrate when it rains. We celebrate when the sun come out. Listen, it's always a good time to celebrate. No, if you ain't got no celebration in your life, no.
Okay.
No. I really love Christmas, right? I love the holidays, and so to be with someone that say like, well, I don't celebrate holidays, well, go do that over there.
What you finna do? If you don't celebrate the holiday, what are you doing?
Because there will be Christmas trees, there will be snowmen, there will be nutcrackers, there's going to be everything around the house. So if you can't get with that, then I don't know. It ain't going to work. I think it's very important to be like, I think many people have contributed to this conversation to say it's very important to be straight up about what you want, like right off the bat. And at this big old age, I am not in a place, I would never I can't imagine myself like saying, just settling for whatever. Like I remember years ago that, it's important to just say, this is what it is. This is what I want. And then go for that. And you can tell, and if both parties can come together and talk about that, then there's a clear understanding. And I think that sometimes we can find ourselves so attracted to someone or like someone or whatever the case may be, and we're willing to accept certain things. I don't think that would work for me because I've just never been a person that will just accept anything. Like I just don't deal like that.
And you shouldn't. And I know for some people, it takes some time. It takes some learning. It takes some relationships or situationships to go through to know that. But it's like you should know. You set your standard. Get to know it. All right. I got one more question. One more question.
Okay, and I got one for you too. So go ahead.
Oh well, no, you come on, because I was
okay. All right, I got this question for you. So they're peaceful, drama-free, low conflict, but avoid hard conversations.
No. Because difficult conversations are important. Difficult conversations are needed. Like, that's it could about anything. Like if we're moving in, that's a difficult conversation. Are we leaving? Are we moving to a different state? The finances.
What's your credit score?
You know. Hello. All right. Yeah. No. It would be.
All of that is important. Okay, what's your question for me?
So my question is, would you date them if they are affectionate but only in private?
Yeah, because I don't need all that. I ain't all that public stuff. My business. I don't need all that. No
PDA.
Yeah, you know what? Because I think that a lot of times I'm like, who are you doing that for? Like, if it's like, you know what I don't like and what I've seen people that's in relationships or whatever the case may be, they're not affectionate at home, and they like somebody's over here and somebody's over here, and they're not talking, whatever the case may be. But when they get out in public, they're like affectionate, and I'm like, this fake as S. I'm like, this is not real to me. And so like I have a hard time with that, because I feel like what you do behind closed doors, like what you do in your most private, intimate moments, will tell the very truth about where you are in your relationship. That's just my opinion, right? And my opinion on that is because what tends to happen if there's a sure foundation in your relationship at home, when you go out in public, like you don't even have to touch, you don't even have to be in the same room, but like when you come in the same room and y'all make eye contact, like you know what's up, you know what it is. It's almost like talking without having a conversation. So it's like, for me, what would be important to me is that, you know, the affection and all of that stuff starts at home. Okay. However, that it's like when we're in public, like if we're touching feet under the table and there's so many people, it's like the game of what we do in public is like when people don't know what's happening, it intensifies the relationship, in my opinion.
I get that. Okay, a little sneaky.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't do all that stuff. I don't do all that stuff in public. Ain't nobody business what we do.
All right, well, listen, kiss me. Okay, I like that, but you know, let's see each other. I don't think it's no show, baby, because if you like, if I'm looking at you and you look good, I just may, you know, pull you in, give you a little, yeah, like.
Yeah. No.
But that was my question.
And I ain't trying to share with nobody. I don't want nobody to think like, oh, I wish I had that kind of affection. Mind your business. No.
Okay. All right. Understood. Because this ain't for you. You don't want this.
No. Don't look at how we kiss. You might want to think that's like how you want to kiss. Like don't get no ideas.
I love it.
Don't get no ideas. No. You don't need to see nothing. You don't need to see no intimacy whatsoever. Just know we love each other, and that's all you need to know.
I love that though. It's just like it's spicy. It's like feisty. It's like what you mind your business. Like I don't. Yeah. I love it. Yeah,
absolutely. We got some more comments in the thing. We said Patrice came and says yes, communicating what you like is important. Absolutely. And what's even more important with communicating what you like, I think that's super important. But also not settling for what you like what you don't like as well. So that's important as well. Anitra contributed to the conversation by saying part of knowing who is best for you is knowing yourself. That's it. If you don't have a strong self, it complicates dating. Absolutely. Ooh, y'all in here, y'all help. We need to get everybody on the show. They may just be a private person in public. I love that. That's very true. Well, Ana, I know that we have a guest who has been patiently waiting. She has been listening to the show in our room and she's here. And so I want to turn it over to you to introduce her, and then we are just going to talk to her about her dating experience. So, Ana, over to you.
Yes. Well, I would like to introduce one of my closest friends. And it's crazy because we've only known each other for 2 years, but it really like I've known her forever. When we met, we just clicked, we vibed, we relate, and we listen and we don't judge. But I would like to introduce my Tasha Holmes. She is a poet, she is a writer, she is a self-published author, a leading actress, a supportive and loving friend, and amazing mother.
I love you too. Clapping for me.
How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Doing great on this Monday night. And I just want to thank you so much for joining us on our episode of Love, Lies, and Situationships.
Thank you for having me.
So, Tasha, thank you so much for joining us. I just got to say thank you. I know Anna's going to interview you, but I wanted to say again, thank you so much for joining us here tonight as well.
Of course. Thank y'all.
Yes, my girl.
So what you about to tell me? What you about to ask me? What you about to ask me?
Yeah, it's gonna be nothing like that, and it won't be nothing like that. But just letting the people know, you're single, and my girl has been mingling, and just let me know if there's any dating confessions you may have from a date, something that is outrageous, or something that was just so sweet and loving that was your experience for 2026, if you don't mind sharing.
Dating is such an interesting thing.
Oh.
Because so I dated in different ways over the years. Like I dated before, like this is fun. I'm dating for sport, just to see what I can catch. Then I'm gonna catch and release, throw them back where I found them.
Okay.
Throw them back where I found them. And there was a part of that was fun because it's like no pressure. I don't need you to be a thing for me. Okay. I'm just seeing who you are as a human being on this earth.
A human being. I see what you did there.
You see that? You saw that? I see that in the show. And all right, it's like I just want to know, who are you?
Right.
And dating like that was more fun because again, it was like no pressure. But after a while, sometimes you're like, I really would like to have a companion, like a romantic companion who is agreeing to be mine and I'm agreeing to be his. No slavery. There's just agreements of commitment to each other. And I found when I want that, when that is the intention going in, yeah, this dating life be a little frustrating, just a little bit. Just
listen,
dear God help me, Lord. Just maybe I'm just gonna stay in the house sometimes.
Yeah. I have a question, Tasha. Have you found that with you saying I know that you talked about like, oh, I did this for a sport and it was for fun and all of these things. When did you get to the point now? Because now you're saying like you would like a companion, you would like to spend your time with somebody. When did it stop becoming fun for you? And when did it shift to, I want to be serious and be very intentional about how I'm dating now?
So that's a lovely question. And so what had happened was, while I was in that space, I'm like, you know what? I'm just, maybe it's not going to happen for me, but I'm just going to write and I'm going to act and I'm going to do my art. I'm going to be working in purpose and I'm just going to date these. I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to have fun because people will be like, I'm waiting to start my life with my husband. Meanwhile, the clock been started. Time is ticking. People dying early. We ain't waiting to start. We started. The game is going. You got to start playing. Start playing. Get the control stick. Jump over some obstacles. Do the things. So I was like, all right, I'm not waiting. I'm living my life and I'm going to have fun. And I'm dating for sport. See who I meet. And in that, I did meet a human. I fell in love with this human. He fell in love with me. We were together for 3 years. And he was a beautiful, I was just talking to my son about it, how sometimes people come into your life for seasons. And sometimes they're different things. I was telling him, I was like, Daniel, sometimes you're going to meet snow. And snow Snow can only hold snow for so long. So some snow friends they're not gonna stick when spring and summer come because they can't. And then you get like people who are like flowers or even creatures. They die too, though. There's a season for them. There's a time frame. So there was a person who was a lovely flower in my life, and it wasn't all perfect because bees be on flowers, and bugs be flies, gnats be around flowers. So he has some gnats about him.
Mhm.
But overall, there was so much beauty and joy that he brought in my life that I wasn't expecting. Because I was like, oh, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this relationship thing. And then I ended up doing this relationship thing. And it was a lovely experience that I was like, oh, this is the thing that I'm missing. And I like this. And then it eventually ended because that was the season. Our season was up. And he felt that his life needed to go in a different direction than mine. And we parted. It was the first and only relationship that I had that I wasn't ready to I'm a healed person now, so please nobody don't judge me. But it was the first relationship where I ended. I don't want to break his windows necessarily. I'm hurt and I'm sad that this is over because it was a beautiful time spent together. And I felt love that I've never felt before. And I experienced a relationship that I never thought I would experience before. So I'm sad about not having it anymore, but I don't feel like, stalking him and just breaking, doing a little B&E. And I know where he lived. And I didn't feel the need to act out of character because it was more so like our lives are going in different directions. This season has ended. And there was so much love and joy and beauty that he brought in the time that we had. But I was like, yo, wait, so is this what healthy relationships supposed to look like? Have I not been in healthy relationships? Have I been living so deep in toxicity that I get a breath of a healthy relationship? And I'm like, oh, is this how other people been living?
No.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be different for everybody. But so I have a question with that. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for so much for sharing that. And this is kind of like not even with your situation, but just a question. Do you think that you can love two people at the same time? Do you think
Absolutely.
that? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Absolutely. Could you a little bit on that?
Can I? Because human, and I use humans often, so I love that your show is a human being. But I feel like humans are they're beautiful and layered. And when you have someone when you meet people, you can learn so much about them and just love them for what they put into the world. Love them for who they try to be and how what mark they try to leave. And it's easy. I think when you have your heart open to people in so many ways, just like you can have multiple friends that you love. I love my Ana so bad. If she told me to come right now, she know red lights are a suggestion that I'm ignoring. Like, there are people that if you are blessed enough to have in your life that you just love with your whole heart. And I feel like that can happen romantically as well. I don't think everybody is supposed to be yours now. It'd be nice. Yeah. I just have a collection. These is all mine. They all love me and I love them. Don't touch them because they mine. But that's not the life I'm really trying to live. And so while I feel like you can love people more than one person romantically, I am not particularly built for a polyamorous relationship. That's not how the good Lord built me. Because I know what's going on with me. I'm still an unfinished building. God's still working on me. There's some reconstruction going on. We renovating upstairs. Don't walk on it. You might fall through. But I know that I am the type of person that I want, while I believe I can love multiple people at one time, I want to be committed to one person in a relationship.
Yes, yes. That is something that I definitely believed in my whole life growing up. Like, this is your relationship, this is your person, this is who you do all the things with. And like, I've even had moments for, like, as most of you know, Hakeem and I, oh Jesus, been together, was that 14 years now? And like, I feel like it got to the point that my friends stopped asking me out because Hakeem was always like there and coming, because we were together all the time. And if you came over to my house, it's like, he's there. So everybody knows how he's the most chillest, most down to earth, most calm, cool, collected guy. But it's like, oh my God, I noticed that my relationship has like overpowered my friendships in certain aspects. But life is going to take you in different directions. So I'm keeping you in my prayers, girl. Love is coming for you again.
So I want to ask a question. I have a question because you touched on something. We probably about to shift a little bit because I've been listening to the conversation, and many people have said they're asking questions. I'm going to come to those questions, and there's so much to unpack to what was just said, and we don't have enough time to unpack it all. So maybe when we come into our second season, or our second quarter of the season, or whatever the case may be, we'll be able to unpack it a little bit more. But one of the things that I want to talk about with Tasha, and then Ana, I'll come back to you, is that when you talked about loving multiple people, and I agree that you talked about like friendships, and you talked about being in love with different people. Your what I heard, and please correct me if I'm misquoting or saying this wrong. I'm going to paraphrase, but this is what I heard, basically, that you feel that you can love or love more than, or be in love, or whatever the case may be, with more than one person at one time. Do you feel that a person should act on that? Like, if you're in a relationship, like if you find the person, dating is one thing. Dating is you're getting to know people. You may love aspects of them. And like, I normally hear people say that I'm in love, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. And I think that a lot of times, or people, this is what I'll say. People make, and this is all a matter of opinion, but this is just how I think about this. People make loving someone and being in love with them, they make being in love the greater of the both. And for me, I don't agree with that. Like, I don't agree with being in love with someone is the greater of loving someone. Because how I look at it is that when you're in love with someone, in love with them is that you love the attributes of them. Like, you're in love with the way they walk, you're in love with the way that they talk, or you're in love with, the way that they treat you, or whatever the case may be. And when those things begin to shift, the moment that those things begin to shift is the moment it's like we can easily back out of it. But for me, I feel that when you love someone, you love them because you can love them through. I don't want to get too spiritually deep, but that's just who I am, because we know that the Bible says that love covers a multitude of fault. So it's like when you love someone, regardless of the fault or regardless of the shortcomings or whatever the case may be, you love them and you're able to work it out. When things begin to change, it's like you may be in love with the way that my legs are, right? I got nice, big, thick, muscular legs, or whatever the case may be, right? And the moment that say a leg has to get amputated, like, I'm not going to be able to walk. So it's like, do that change? So I think it's important to love someone, because when you're in love with the attributes of them, when those attributes begin to change, so can the in love or the out of love can change as well. So when you talk about being able to love multiple people, what has that been an experience for you, and what did that look like?
So when I love multiple people, it's, again, and like you were saying, like, through all the things that you have shown me, all the things that you are, all the things that you do, I am actively choosing to love you, accept you, and want you to be the best version of yourself. Want you to be all that you are, all that you were created to be. I do feel like in love is a different thing than I feel oftentimes, because what you were referring to, in my mind, I would be like, oh, if it's something that will fade, maybe was it infatuation? Maybe. Like when I think of in love, when I apply it in a relationship romantically, that's how I think of in love. I feel like you can love your friends, you can love your family, you can love romantic partners, and in love is more of like this next level of love, of romantically loving a person, to actively choose to love this person despite that they done left all the dishes on the table when like the sink is right there. Like I'm still choosing to love you. I'm actively choosing to love you in spite of the things that annoy me. I'm actively choosing you as well. And whatever the terms of our agreement is, if we've agreed that we're exclusively in this monogamous relationship, me being in love with you means I'm going to continually choose that, even despite with those moments when you pushing it and like, have you seen me? Am I going out closely? Sir, sir, you think these streets don't want to welcome me back? Let me tell you a thing or two. They have a whole party and balloons, and I'm trying to stay in the house. Okay.
Yeah.
But in spite of those moments, still choosing to honor the agreement, to honor your commitment, and to continue to love and grow each other in spite of that is how I think of being in love. And so, and I choose that with one person. I can feel like, oh my goodness, these people are wonderful. And I love so many different aspects of them. And could I see myself with them? Maybe. But if I'm chosen a person that I'm going to dedicate my time and commitment, I'm just a loyal person. And sometimes I be feeling like that feels stupid sometimes because these people be out here cheating on me. But I can't stop being who I am, regardless of how other people act. I will be me. I will give love. And I'm not giving love to get love. I'm giving love because I have the capacity to do that. And that's part of my purpose.
Yeah, I totally understand that. And it's just like when I think about, and people are contributing to the conversation, thank you all so much. I can't read all the comments because we're running short on time. But I love when we're talking about this because honestly, when we think about love, like love is really generally considered like greater and more enduring than being in love, because when we think about in love, it's intense, it's passionate, it's euphoric. It's often compared to like a fleeting firework. It's like, ooh, I'm in love with somebody. But when you love, it's like deep. And one of the things that I love about the word love is that when you love someone, love is stable. And that's one of the things that I feel like that's so unique about love. It's like it's stable and it's enduring. So that's why I always say that love is so much greater than being within love with somebody, because you can fall in and out of love, right? You can fall in and out of like the romanticized of what it is to be in love. But when you love someone, it doesn't wait you from being able to, keep that deep, stable, enduring affection for them, regardless, like it allows you to be supportive and nurturing and accepting versus being in love with somebody. Because when you're in love with them, you can fall out of love with them. But when you simply love someone, that is the greatest of all. That's just, it is what it is when you think about it.
Yeah.
I love this conversation. I love talking about love. I love having these conversations where we are able to talk about dating and things like that. We are running short on time, but I want to play this game, Tasha, before we let you go, because I want to talk about red flag, green flags. And I have a list of questions here. And then chat, you all can feel free to put in a red heart or a green heart or whatever. You can put the word red or the word green. But I want to ask you these questions when we're talking about dating. I'm going to give you some scenarios, and you will tell me if you think it's a red flag or a green flag. And there's no neutral. You can't say both. Like, I want you to be able to expound on it if you have to. Okay. So let's do this really quick while we have a little bit of time. So the question number one, they use AI to write you a good morning or a good night text message. Is that a red flag or a green flag?
Red flag. I'm sorry. I'm me and AI. I have a very complicated relationship with AI. Like, you can't text. You cannot text good morning. You cannot text me 2 words. You are not bothered to text me 2 words, sir.
Listen, I feel like if AI care about me more than you do, then we got a problem.
Who am I dating? Am I dating AI? Okay.
Right. The next question. Here we go. They share their location with you after just a few dates. They feel that it's important for them to share their location with you. Is that a red flag or a green flag?
I mean, I'm gonna say green flag because I ain't sharing my location. They sharing their location. So I mean, I can know where you at, I guess. You don't gotta know where I'm at after a few dates, but I can know where you at. Because I want to make sure that you ain't where I'm at. Because I'm like, because then that'll be a red flag.
After
wow. Listen, Ana, what do you think?
Yeah, that is pretty sudden. I don't know. Like that's I don't know. I don't think I like
you
that.
can see if he at your house. You can see like this Negro is outside my home. Red flag now. It's red flag.
All right, here's the next question. They take hours to reply, but stay active on social media. Red flag.
Red flag. You triggered me a little bit. I'm good though. I'm good.
That's funny. That is too funny. Okay, the next question. They never post you, but they post everything else.
Red flag.
Absolute red flag. Absolute red flag. That's the PDA for me. What are you doing? I'm sorry. I'm listening because I'm here.
That is a depends, but I'm gonna say red flag anyways. I don't care.
Okay, listen. I think it's
some people don't like to put their personal life. I don't personally put my personal life on social media, but if we put in everything else and we together.
Okay, I get it. Okay. Here we go. This is the final question before we let you go, Tasha. They communicate clearly, but it feels very direct and blunt.
Green. It's a green flag. I mean,
it's green.
You can't.
Like we can work on communication. We can talk about it. If you communicating with me, then that's we're winning. But it's like, hey, we can polish some things.
Yeah, you
can use a little polish.
Oh me,
a little wax on, wax off. Watch how you talk to me. Watch how you talk to me. But I'm glad we're talking.
I think sometimes I need to work on how I am very direct. Like I'm very blunt and direct. I don't want people to be confused, right? I'm very blunt and direct about like, are we talking about this or what are we doing? I'm very clear on communicating. I guess it could be because like I lead people too. And I think for me, I never want people to be confused about where I'm coming from. Like I don't want you to be confused. So this is what I'm saying. And then sometimes like, now this is what I need to work on because I can't be the educator. I can't be the person that's acting for clarity. I'm like, now say it back to me what you heard me say.
I gotta make sure you understand. I gotta make sure.
Now, repeat back to me what you heard me say. So I want us to be clear about what we're talking about.
Yes.
I need you to be clear about what I'm talking about. Okay? Say it back to me because I need you to be clear. I need you to be 100% clear about what I'm saying. Well, Tasha, I want to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. Ana, thank you so much for having one of your best friends join us. Ana, I'm going to let you close out, Tasha. Thank you, Tasha, for joining us. I appreciate you so much.
You are so amazing. I love you so much. Thank you for just being who you are, shining so bright in every room. Thank you for always believing in me and supporting me and for showing up for me tonight. Thank you so much. And like DW said, can't wait to have you back for our okay?
Oh, thank you. I love you forever and ever. And at the end of that, add another forever. And y'all have a great show. Thank you.
Tasha, thank you so much. Give it up for Tasha, everybody. Thank you, Tasha, for joining us. Wow, I adore her so much. That was great. That was great. That was really great.
Lord have
Ana. We have reached the end of the show.
We have. It went by so fast. Like when it.
I know, and listen, and I wish y'all can see my view. The night is so young here in Palm Springs. Listen, if you can see, you see the light is still glowing. It's about to be 6 o'clock, and I'm really excited to still be able to go out here. And it's still hot. It's about 90-something degrees, but it does cool off because we're in the desert. So it will be. It may really cool off tonight, but I am going to keep on my flip-flop shorts and my shirt.
As you should. I hope you enjoy all of the nice weather. I don't know what it's doing over here in Philly. It's cold one day, hot the next, the rain is coming, showers for an hour, then it stops. I don't know. Everybody about to have pneumonia at this point. Mother Nature is doing whatever she want to do, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
Listen, I'm so excited. And, you know, like as we shared last week, we shared the big announcement that I'm moving back to Philly at the end of May. I'm really excited to come back and to continue to do the work that I've been doing. I am so thrilled to be coming back and to put all the opportunities. And I'm really excited that the 10 months or 11 months that I've been here has been it has been really, really great. It's been really, really fantastic. And I can't wait to share like all the things. And it's like, it's helped me propel me into finishing up my new book. And, you know, we have the new stage play that's going to be coming out at the end of the year. And it's really helping me to revamp my trainings that I've been doing with other educators and teachers and after school workers. And, you know, all of you who is, everybody that has been sending the love of me coming back to Philadelphia, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you all so much. There's such a great work that I'm ready to do, so I'm excited about that as well.
Yes, that's so amazing. We have some amazing audience.
Yes, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, Ana. I'm going to let you wrap us up, and then I'm going to close out with I have some very passionate insight of what I want to share as we close out this episode tonight of Love, Lies, Situationships, Dating in 2026. I'll turn it over to you first.
Yes. So well, I just want to leave everyone with knowing that you are loved, okay? And you deserve to be loved, whatever that looks like for you. Always communicate, you know, say what you want, say what you mean, and know that, you know, love is out there. Love is out there for you if you want it. It's only if you want it. You can't be scared to take that chance. I can't wait to see y'all next Monday. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So this is what I want to say, and this is really coming from my heart. And honestly, as I was driving from San Diego this morning and coming to Palm Springs, and I was really thinking about this and just thinking about dating and seeing all the posts. Like I've seen so many posts. I don't know, like so many posts of people just sharing about like dating and how it's been hard for them and what they've been experiencing. And we're not talking about relationships. We're talking about relationships. We're not talking about like marriages and things like that. We're strictly talking about like dating and situationships and things that we've been talking about. But we do know that the dating will like lead to the relationships and getting to know people that understand who you are and being able to really just come to the fulfillment of those who have a desire to really want to be in love and to be in a relationship and date. But, you know, I just really want to give you some real insight for a second, because dating in 2026 is not, in my opinion, is not confusing. Mm-hmm. We just keep ignoring really what's obvious. I keep seeing people say dating is so hard now. And I'm like, no, it's not hard. What it is unclear of purpose. Like a lot of people are not sharing what it is. And it's like, we're in a time where people want connection without commitment. They want intimacy without responsibilities and attention without consistency. So one key truth for me is that situationships aren't accidental, right? A situationship isn't something you just fall into. It's something you allow to continue. At some point, the signs are there. It's the inconsistency, the mixed signals, the lack of clarity. But instead of walking away from that, we just really start negotiating with the red flags. Like we see the red flags that are there, but we really just begin to negotiate with them. And then what I also realize is that clarity is rare because it requires us to have courage. The truth of the matter is clarity really costs honesty. It costs accountability. And a lot of people would rather keep you confused than risk losing you. So instead of saying, I don't want this for real, they say, let's just see where it goes. And then the truth is, like, we romanticize potential. Let me say this clearly. Potential has wasted more time than problems ever have. Potential has wasted so much time than problems ever have. You can have problems, but when we waste time looking at the potential in individuals, we waste so much time with the hope of that they will change. And the truth of the matter, we already know within ourselves that they're not. So we fall in love with who someone could be and ignore who they're consistently showing us who they are. And then consistency is like the new luxury now. In 2026, consistency is rare. And because it's rare, people treat it like it's an optional. But if someone is inconsistent with communication, inconsistent with effort, inconsistent with how, that's not confusion, that's a pattern.
Right.
So for me, I go back to you're not confused, you're just hoping that things change. And for me, what I also look at is that you teach people how to treat you. Every time you accept less than what you want, you're teaching someone how little they need to do to keep you. Standards don't scare the right person, they expose the wrong person. If you want something to build in 2026, you've got to stop entertaining what's temporary. Stop calling it a vibe. Stop calling it, I'm going with the flow, and start calling it what it is. Because love isn't confusing. People are. And that's the truth of the matter. So I want to say from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of me and Ana, my co-host, we thank you so much for watching the show tonight. We really sincerely appreciate all of you who have tuned in to A Human Being. I know it's 9 o'clock on the East Coast and it's 6 o'clock here on the West Coast. And I'm about to go enjoy the city for tonight, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to eat. I know that. And then the old man in me is going to be tired and come back to this hotel and knock out. I know that already.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Listen, all week ain't nothing wrong with it. I hope you enjoy your night, my DW.
But thank you all so much for watching and rocking with us tonight. And until next time, we say have a good night and remember that you are a human that's being. Good night, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Human being.
Awesome.